Someone drops it on your head, and it tells you that you like. I didn't know what they said they called it, but you forget it things and you block them out. Like just they called it they called it suppression. No suppression. I just don't make fun of me. Okay, so literally they
You
called
need to
it.
tell me a story of Black Pants.
I told you I suppressed it.
No suppressing. I'm gonna unsuppress it.
You can't unsuppress an elder.
Watch me.
I didn't even know what they talked about. What did she say? If she talked in Ebonics, I didn't know.
They called it Jason today.
I think
And there
she
was
is.
some guy with that kind of an accent.
Yeah, I know she spoke Ebonics.
And it was trying to
Jack.
speak English.
Tell me a story of Black
And he
Pants.
meant to
lived in
say
Alabama for, like,
this.
this
Oh, it was
one
a
year.
nail place. It was one of the
that's
nail
like their
places.
national language.
And he's
Oh,
like,
Jack.
this is what you want,
What about
right,
the
is
Black
what he meant.
Pants?
He's
Tell me
like,
a story of Black Pants.
this
But
is what
it's
you
'cause I
write,
didn't
what you
remember the
want,
whole
not.
thing.
But you gotta tell me a story of Black
No, I do
Pants.
want
Well, it's because there was this one time I went into the movies. Do you know the movies?
No.
And do you want to know the story? I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, tell me a story. Tell me a story.
So, there was this one time I went to the movies.
Yes.
And then at the movies, I went in and watched this movie. It's kind of embarrassing, but I wanted to watch The Notebook. I really liked that one. So it was like my 13th time watching it.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted to go watch it. And then I left at the movies. And I forgot to tell you, I was in Tijuana. Do you know where Tijuana is?
No idea.
Oh, it's in Mexico. But then
Tijuana.
I crossed the border into the California part. And so what?
Okay.
So I went in there. And then what the problem was is I looked it up. And because I wanted it into America, all of a sudden there were some clouds. And I was like, oh no, it's gonna rain. And so then I thought that it was gonna rain. And then it started raining. And then I was like, oh no, I didn't have no umbrella. And I was afraid that I was gonna melt because somebody told me a story about that once that you get rained on and you melted. And so I went into this one store and I walked into the store and it was this clothing store and the woman's like, oh man, it's raining out there. I was like, yeah, it's raining cats and dogs. And she was just like, oh yeah. She's like, what do you want? And I was like, well, I'm just coming in here because I'm gonna get wet if not. She's like, well, if you come in here, you have to buy something.
You had to buy something?
Yeah, and I didn't want it to. Like, I already had it on my clothes, and like, I backed up my apartment in Tijuana. I already had plenty of clothes. So, I don't know why she keeps laughing. She's so dumb. So,
She's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy over
I think she's racist. She doesn't like my accent.
You don't know.
And so...
You want to invite Tijuana.
Okay, so you went into the store.
I went
It was
into the
raining.
store, okay, and her name was, I don't remember her name. I think her name was like Sandy. And so I told her, okay, well, what do I have to buy? She's like, I don't know. We got some shirts. I was like, I have shirts. She's like, well, we have some blouses. I was like, well, you think I'm a woman? She's like, well, maybe. And I was like, no, shut up. And then she's like, hey, no, gosh, there's nothing wrong with my accent.
I wasn't laughing at your accent.
Oh, okay. So I went in and then she kept it going, and then eventually she told me, she's like, over there we got our new black pants, and I was like, oh, okay, I could use some black pants. What are you doing? She's like playing a violin. Okay, so she doesn't know how to play the violin very well. And so I went in and I got out the black pants and I looked and I was like, yeah, these would fit me, and they were like those new skinny jeans that all those gay people like, and so I was like, well, I guess I could just get some. Like, I don't really care. Like, what? She's racist and she's homosexual. I'm not even gay, but I have a gay friend. Like, I don't even know. Gosh.
I have gay friends
So
too, don't worry.
Exactly. So I went and got her these pants, and I was like, okay, like, that's all they sell nowadays because people are getting so gay. And I was like, I'll just get some. And so I got it some. And then I went into the register and I put it in there. And she's like, okay, that'll be $30. So I get it out of my wallet and I give her 330 pesos. Which is like enough money for the $30. Do you know what she tells me?
What?
She tells me, we don't accept no pesos here.
How dare she?
I know. I told her, I was like, are Jews racist? And then she tells me, she's like, no, you're racist. You're talking about Jews. I was like, what? You're making fun of my accent? She just got all mad. I was like, no, this is not cool. And so I slammed down those black pants. I threw her in her face. And I walked it back outside. I got really wet. And so I wanted to talk to my friend. He knows all the people in the town. And I go talk to him. I tell him what happened. He looks at me. He's like, oh, Juanito. That's a drug front.
It's a drug run.
Yeah, the store that I went into was a drug front. And I was like, the girl working there was Sandy. He's like, yeah, she's in charge of the operation. I was like, oh no. So I went back the next day. I went back. I was mad. I think that the.
How mad were you?
I was.
You don't mess with him, man.
11-7 mad.
That's pretty mad in Tijuana.
I know. And so I went back to the store. Well, of course, I wanted to watch The Notebook again, but I'm not going to talk about that. So I went back to the store.
Did you cry?
I cry every time I watch that movie.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Because that guy and that girl are really old, you know? And then they like, yeah, it's really sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
you went
want
back to
crack,
the
man?
store.
No, now I'm just thinking about the movie.
You went back to the
No,
store.
Okay, so what happened?
You went back to the store, you said.
Oh, Jan, I went and saw Sandy. I walked it in there and I told her. She walked in, she's like, oh, it's you again? I'm like, I know you're a drug front. I told her just like that with that eyebrow raise. And I walked it in there.
That's intimidation.
And I went it over. And I grabbed all of her black pants. Every single one of the
You-
bears.
I hope you didn't grab the black pants she was wearing.
No, she didn't have on the black pants. She's not cool enough.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I grabbed it, all of the black pants. And I started to walk out. She tries to get mad at me. I'm like, what you talking about, woman? I know you're a drug front. She just keeps getting mad. She just keeps getting mad. You know, I got a really bad temper.
Mhm.
Because I'm from Mexico. Hi, Jonathan. And then I got this really bad temper. And so, you know, I know that it wasn't right when I did it, but I was standing there and she just kept yelling. I mean, this woman was obnoxious. Obnoxious. So I pulled out my gun and I shot her.
Are you
I
sure?
shot her in the face. Yeah. I was, the only sad part about it, like, you know, I had a little bit of guilt, but gosh,
You wasted a bullet.
no, do you want to hear what happened?
What? What
I
happened?
looked down at the black pants. They're all covered in blood.
Oh.
Still.
Isn't
Serves
that,
you
Then
right.
you can't wear them because they're stained.
and no, I didn't even get no free black pants out of it. So anyway, yeah, I went home and then I had to burn the black pants. And then I went back to Tijuana. And yeah, that's the story of the black pants.